Welcome to Changfied YouTube channel, your trusted source for latest update across South Sudan and beyond. Today we bring you three deeply serious and emotional stories that are affecting many families and communities across the country. First, we'll talk about heartbreaking update from Jonglei State, where a humanitarian aid worker has been confirmed dead, while several staff members were reported missing following recent violence in Jonglei State. Second, we'll talk about a painful tragedy in Wulang County in Upper Nile, where the innocent children lost their life after an all-war explosive suddenly went off while they were grazing cattle. And third, we'll talk about we look at the growing national debate over youth unemployment after government officials give different opinion on why many people or many young people remain without job. Before we proceed, I would like you to help the channel by subscribing, turn on the notification bell, so whenever we upload a new video, you can be notified. Let's begin this report with 8 workers confirmed dead in Jonglei. We begin with sad and disturbing news coming from Jonglei State. According to this report, the international medical charity Medicine Sans Frontières, also widely known as MSF, has confirmed that one of its workers has died following the recent conflict in the region. This news comes after many staff members from Lankan and Piri were earlier reported missing during the violence. And according to the organization, a total of 291 staff members were affected by the crisis, and so far the status of 26 workers has been confirmed. Among those confirmed, one staff members has sadly been declared dead. This announcement has brought sorrow not only to the organization but also to the local communities that depend on medical support. MSF is one of the major humanitarian organizations that provide healthcare service to vulnerable people, especially in conflict area or conflict-affected areas. The loss of one of their workers is a painful reminder of the danger faced by medical team who continue to serve people during difficult times. Even more concerning, the organization say that 2 more staff members are also feared dead because of the violence that happened in Lankan. At this moment, the charity said it has not yet been able to reach out or contact the relative of the deceased workers. Because of respect for the families, Medicine Sans Frontières MSF has decided not to release more personal detail. This decision shows the seriousness and emotional weight of the tragedy. The organization also confirmed that other staff members who have been accounted for are safe, although some of them have been forced to flee their homes and are now displaced in different parts of Jonglei State. This means that while they survive the violence, they are still suffering the painful impact of displacement. Many have luckily lost home, property, and contact with loved ones. MSF say it is working urgently to support these staff members and their families. This includes emotional support, emergency assistance, and help for the family of the workers who died. The organization described this as a time of deep grief. Once again, Medicine Sans Frontières has called for the protection of hospital, clinics, medical workers, and patients. They strongly condemn attack on health services According to the organization, violence against healthcare facility makes life even harder for already vulnerable communities. When health centers are attacked, sick people, women, and children are the ones who suffer most. Without access to health care, many lives are put at risk. This tragic incident raises important question about the security situation in Jonglei and the protection of humanitarian workers. Medical workers should never become victims of violence. They are there to save lives, not to be caught in conflict. Let's move on to this tragic. 3 children killed by all-war explosive in Wulang. This one come from Wulang County in Apanal, where 3 children were killed in a tragic explosion. According to report, the incident happened on Easter Sunday in the Rumkem area. The children had gone out to graze cattle, something that many children in rural communities do every day. But sadly, what should have been a normal day turned into a terrible tragedy. The children reportedly came across an old explosive believed to be from the Second Sudanese Civil War period. This explosive is said to date back to 1998. According to this report, for more than 25 years, it had remained hidden in the area. It was covered by straw and dirt. Because it was rusted and old, the children luckily thought it was just a harmless piece of metal. Sadly, when they sat on it, the device exploded instantly. The victims were identified as sibling George and Niall Gadjek, who are together with their cousin Wulang. All 3 died immediately. The explosion also killed 2 animals, including livestock, that the children had been grazing. This tragedy is deeply painful because it shows how the wound of war continued to affect innocent life even many years later. Although the war may have ended, the dangerous remains of conflict are still hidden in many rural areas. These exploded devices continue to act like silent killers. They wait underground for years and can still explode when touched, moved, or even heated by the sun. Families in the area are now living in fear. They believe more unexploded device may still be buried in the grazing field. Because of this, they are urgently calling on organizations such as United Nations Mine Action Services, the National Mine Action Authority, and the Mine Advisory Group to investigate the clear the area. This is an important appeal. Children and elders use this land every day. If the area is not checked properly, more life could be lost. This story reminds us that the legacy of war does not end when the fighting stops. Sometimes the danger remains for generations. Let's move on again to our third top story. This one comes from Juba. Defense South Sudan used. This is our third top story today. We focus on the growing debate over unemployment and the future of young people in South Sudan. According to this report, government spokesperson Ateng has come out to defend the country youth against claim that they are lazy. This follows controversial comment made by senior presidential advisor Kolmanyang. Earlier, Kolmanyang had said that many citizens, especially young people, were lazy and unwilling to do productive work. This comment sparked strong public reaction across the country. Many people disagree with the statement. Citizens argued that the real problem is not laziness, but the lack of job opportunities. Speaking at a separate public gathering, Ateng Wegateng offered a different view. He said young people are willing and ready to work. However, the main issue is that jobs are simply not available. According to him, the private sector is weak and there are very few professional opportunities. This leaves many young people depending only on government jobs. Ateng Wegateng explained that this situation has existed for many years. He even referred to a government initiative from 2005 that was meant to help people start businesses. According to him, instead of using the money to build business, many people turn to politics. As a result, the private business sector failed to grow. This left the economy heavily dependent on government employment. Ateng Wegateng stressed that this model is not sustainable. He said the country needs to create a better environment for business growth and investment. This means supporting entrepreneurship, vocational training, and private companies that can employ young people. His comment have added more discussion to the national debate. Many citizens are now asking what has been done since independence to create jobs for the youth of South Sudan. This is a very important question. Young people make up a large part of the population. If they remain unemployed, the economy, future of the country become uncertain. At the same time, blaming them without creating opportunities may not solve the problem. Ateng Wegateng's remark seem to recognize this reality. Let's look at this analysis section. When you look at these three stories, they may seem different, but they all point to one bigger issue. South Sudan continues to face serious challenges from conflict, the legacy of war, and economic hardship. In Jonglei, health workers are dying while trying to save life. In Wulang, children are still dying because of explosives left from old war. And across the country, young people are struggling to find jobs. These are not isolated problems. They are connected to the national broader journey toward peace, development, and stability. Thank you for watching Changfied YouTube channel. If you are new here, please make sure you subscribe and turn on the notification bell so whenever we have a new update, you can be notified. Thank you for watching and bye-bye. Let's meet on the next video.